Hi everyone, it is Thursday. We're a little bit late today. It's episode 130 of the Wise Old Owl Show. I'm Vince Gaetano. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to cover the big news that the housing minister has given the market. He's given it a real big push. We're going to talk about what Minister Hussein's been up to, and we're going to give you a vacation edition. I'm on the road in the States. I got a special guest that's going to join me today for some Q&A. We're going to talk a bit about budgeting and the inflation and how things are from his perspective. We're going to cover all this and more. And it's going to be a light edition today, so we're going to do our best. Internet connectivity is not the greatest here at the hotel down in the States, but we're going to do our best. But first off, let's talk about Minister Hussein, our housing minister. In the news, probably not for the best of reasons, okay? He has bought his third rental property last month, which he had to disclose as part of his requirement being an MP. This is a big push for the real estate market, because what better confidence to give the real estate market when a sitting MP buys his third rental property. So hats off to Minister Hussein, who's probably going to get a bit of flack for it. But statistics show that over 40% of sitting MPs have investment properties. So what does that tell you for the housing market and housing affordability, for that matter? But we're going to cover a few things today. Like I said, it's going to be a light edition, and hopefully we'll cover some questions and wrap it up quite quickly. I don't want to take up too much time for everybody. But today we have a special guest. My son, Snarky Marky, has joined us. He's traveled down with us. We're down here for a wedding, having a lot of fun already, and excited for the big day. But Mark was out and about today shopping at King of Prussia Mall.
The biggest mall in America, we learned today.
Is it the biggest?
Yes, it's the biggest mall in America with the most actual stores in it. Bigger than that Minnesota Mall. I don't know what it's called, but bigger than that.
So what did you find? Like, you went out, we haven't had a chance to chat.
Right.
What are the prices like down here? Is there
they
deals?
are not as many deals at this time of year that I find. When I go into those stores, I go straight to the clearance rack. But I didn't buy anything from the clearance rack today. Prices are just as bad.
Plus the exchange rate you got to kick in?
Yeah, true.
What's the sales tax down here?
6% maybe.
Okay, so pretty similar to what we're seeing.
But the lady at the Club Monaco where I bought my top, she gave me a student discount, so very appreciative. It knocked off the part of the exchange rate.
So that's kind of interesting. So Mark, you just finished your third year at Western. How did inflation impact you with rent, groceries, gas? You got to fill up your car.
Yeah.
What was that like this past year?
So this year, the gas prices went down, which was nice. Am I on the right timeline for that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Gas prices were down, which was nice, but I did see a lot of inflation.
Recently they came down, but...
Right. But yeah, as of late, it's been a little bit lower, but for food, it was really frustrating to see. I was seeing my frozen meals that I was buying for about $1.50 each going up to $2.89, which is
$1.50?
Yeah.
What type of meals are those?
The Michelina frozen meals. They used to be about 2 for $3. Now they're $2.89 each. That's almost 200% inflation, which is crazy. Because aren't they reporting 7-8%? How is it now?
It's actually gone down to 4.3, supposedly.
Well,
not in your
not in my life.
Not in your basket of goods.
Not in my life, and not to mention the rent prices. My building that I live in is zoned as a student housing, so they don't have to abide to the,
rental code.
Yeah, the rental code.
So they're jacking it up.
Yeah, and parking went up. So.
And how does that impact you as a student? Like, do you gotta buckle up? You gotta go out less?
I pinch my pennies. I go out less. Yeah.
So imagine what it does for a family.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So what's on the agenda this summer? You working this summer?
I am working this summer. I'm doing a couple things for social media. I've got 2 deals in the work. I don't know if I could say publicly yet.
That doesn't
not
matter.
Finalized. So
but that's good.
Yeah, I got 2 deals in the work thus far, and I'm doing a research position through my university, which is really fun. It's remote, and I've been able to come out here to come to the wedding and Taylor Swift concert And yeah, it's going to be a good summer.
Well, we've been here a couple days. There's not a lot of deals. Everything's expensive here too. Gas is at $4.89 a gallon. That's pretty expensive for down here, similar to what it was last 4th of July. Restaurants are pricey. Everything's expensive. There's no deals, folks. There's no deals. And in talking to a few folks down here, the real estate market, there's no listings. It's very tight. I sat with a couple of accountants today. We went out for a round of golf, and a couple of folks were realtors, and they indicated that it is tough sledding here. People are having difficulty getting approved, similar to what we're seeing up in Canada. But what's really interesting is that one of the main reasons why there's not a lot of transactions is down here there's 25 and 30-year terms. A lot of people locked in to long-term mortgages at $299, $303, $305. They're talking about some really low rates. There's no reason to refinance and go to 5.5%, 6%. So it's really interesting how the length of term down here has impacted the market more so because there's no move-up buyers. People don't want to break their terms. Porting doesn't really exist in the same fashion it does up in Canada. So it's going to be tough sledding down here, and it looks like things are getting tight with credit. These regional banks are causing a concern. Driving around in what's the town here? Devon. We're in Devon, near Villanova in Pennsylvania. TD banks all over the place.
Yeah. They're
all over the place. So it's really interesting. Not a lot of cars parked in front of banks. There's like nobody going in these places. I don't know. It's really eerie. And we're midweek. We're out and about. How was the mall? Was it busy?
No, not busy, but it's middle of the school year. So.
Yeah.
But there were some kids I was seeing. I was thinking, shouldn't you be in school? But anyway, maybe they're here for the Taylor Swift concert, as am I.
Yes. So I don't know if anybody has any questions, but I want to talk a little bit about the used car Porsche tracker. Little bump in the number this week. I ran the report earlier today. It's at 1,081. Going up significantly the last couple weeks, okay? So I'm going to keep an eye on that. We're going to see where we land because it looks like the toys are starting to go. People are starting to look at their savings. They're looking at their budgets, maybe getting rid of more toys. I don't know how this reflects into the ATVs, boats, and toys, cottages, and stuff like that, but we're going to keep an eye on that. Really interesting situation on that front as people start budgeting and things start to tighten up as credit becomes tighter, rates continue to take an impact on people's borrowing costs. We're really going to keep an eye on that. The bond market's still in flux, leveling off. I think it was at 296 earlier today. Not sure where it's going to land at the end of the week, but we're just sitting in that 3% range. It's hovering between 310, 290, not doing much, but we're going to keep an eye on that. Rates aren't really moving much. And we are seeing bidding wars. We are seeing more and more people trying to get into homes that don't exist. There's not a lot of activity and listings out there. And, we're going to keep an eye on it. What I do believe could start happening as the school year ends, we may start seeing more and more folks look at maybe making a move, downsizing, changing their living arrangement, and maybe taking advantage of some equity in that home that they've, could take advantage of these bidding wars, and we could see some more listings on the market. But who knows where we're going to go with this? But a real big sign with the housing minister, Minister Hussain, buying his third rental property. How do young people feel about this? There's not enough properties available. Housing affordability is really becoming the new term people are talking about, and your housing minister is buying more rental property. What do you think of that?
I don't know.
Well, he's sitting on the fence. Doesn't want to poke anything at that. But does anybody have any questions? Because as I said, our internet service, I'm not sure if it's fidgety or not, but I don't want to prolong this session, but I didn't want to miss it either. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to take them. Any questions for Mark?
Can I tell them about how I almost got scammed this morning?
How did you almost get scammed?
I am looking last minute for Taylor Swift tickets. Regardless, I'm going to the stadium tomorrow. She's in Philly tomorrow. But I would like to get in the stadium. And so I asked on Twitter if anybody had tickets left over. Someone messaged me, said $250 each.
That's
and I
too low.
realized too low, which should have been the red flag. And then I realized it was a scam. So beware for tickets. The demand is crazy.
So how did you find out it was a scam?
I just kind of put A and B together. You know, there was weird spacing in the confirmation email that she sent. It was kind of like word space colon. Not grammatically correct.
Gut feeling.
Yeah. My gut was telling me no. And, sorry, this is the important part. On PayPal, you can pay someone via goods and services, which is a business transaction or a goods transaction, or friends and family. And the person wanted me to send the money through...
As friends and family?
Yeah, friends and family, so that if it was a scam, I wouldn't be able to make a claim to PayPal. Whereas if you do goods and services, PayPal lets you make a claim if you're getting scammed or anything. So that was a red flag.
Tip: always transact in goods and services, so you got recourse. So there you go.
Exactly. But I'm still holding hope. Still trying to get tickets. And yeah.
All right. Any other questions, folks? We're gonna wrap it up. We got a dinner to attend. It's rehearsal dinner.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, it's rehearsal dinner. So I didn't want to miss the episode, and wanted to commit to being with you guys every week. But
punctuality.
You taught me that. Discipline.
You
Discipline.
Did. You taught me that.
Authentic. Be yourself. But if nobody has any questions, I'd like to wrap it up and thank everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're going to see you again next week, next Thursday, 4 o'clock. And let's hope he has a good time at the Taylor Swift concert.
Yes, thank you.
All right, folks. Have a good one. Take care.
I'll see y'all.
Bye.